Here is a good example of boreholes with that cause of issues that cause errors in borehole drilling. One of such problems is the issue of inadequate sighting of borehole. Today I'm going to show you an example of boreholes that has problems at the beginning. That is poor surveying or spotting or charting of the location for a particular borehole. This was one of the boreholes we drilled for a customer just last week, where the person who did the surveying did not do a good job in the course of surveying the location for that particular borehole. At the end of the day, I'm taking you to the site now. You see that there were errors, fatal errors that led to expensive spending, very costly investment by the customer. Right at this spot, the person who did the first survey indicated that this is the spot for the work. As you can see at that spot, this same spot, you see there that the borehole was dug at that spot, and when the survey was conducted, the survey indicated that that spot is the right location for siting the borehole. As you can see, the client had removed the paving block, spent a lot of money, and also just come along with me to see some of the collateral damages caused by that inefficient survey done. The driller almost pulled down this fence, but this, you can see, this was newly constructed after the new drilling. This fence had to be pulled down. You can see this is a pillar for the new fence reconstructed, and also here we have this site showing that we have this place. You can see it was newly reconstructed after it had been pulled down to pave way for the drilling rig that finally did the work. Now, because the survey was poorly conducted, the fellow who did the survey did not consider other environmental factors before indicating where to drill the borehole. So the first survey pointed to the fact that the hole must be dug at that spot from this gate. That's about 3 meters away from this gate, and that's the location that you are seeing there. At the end of the day, when the work was to start, the dealer found out that this particular location actually has a soakaway underneath. If you can see there, it has a soakaway underneath right over there, which made it impossible to drill the borehole. You can see the paving blocks removed, investment wasted, and the customer had spent a lot of money to get that site prepared for the borehole. Now, when a new and competent geologist came around to do the survey, he found out that the nearest possible point is far away from where he pointed to initially, and that is the spot that is free of encumbrance, that is away from the toilet pit or other waste products. And at the end of the day, a new survey that was conducted for this project indicated that the survey should be done around it. So you can see the sand excavated, the cuttings excavated from the new borehole, from the new site where the borehole was finally dug. And here we have the final borehole here constructed. Here is the new borehole where we have water gushing heavily, and that's the new borehole with the installation and so on, which paved way for this new project. So as you can see, for a poorly surveyed location, it can result into very expensive investment, wasteless costs by customers. So it's not just to drill borehole, it's not just to do borehole survey when boreholes are going to be constructed, but certainly other environmental factors associated with the location of the borehole must be considered. In this context, The geologist actually did a survey which indicated that that site I pointed to you earlier on over there is that site over there, right at the entrance of the building, is where the borehole is to be located. Unfortunately, it turned out that that particular site, I'm taking you to that site again, this particular location turned out that there is a septic tank right under the spot where the geologist did. They pointed that he didn't do a good job, he didn't consider other environmental factors before doing the charting, indicating that that's the spot where the borehole is to be dug. At the end of the day, you can consider the monumental waste. Look at the paving blocks almost wasted. Look at the damage done to this environment. Look at the inconvenience of getting to this corporate office during the period that that project was ongoing. You can see all of the stress and so on because someone did not do a good job by considering environmental factors in the siting of the borehole for this particular customer. Now, when a new and competent fellow came around, he did a survey which indicated that that borehole should be sited at a safer location in this community for this customer. And here you have these are some of the cuttings for the borehole, the overboarding and so on. And these are some of the cuttings from the bedrock of the borehole, indicating that we dug up to the point where this new survey indicated. And today you have a functional borehole for the customer, as you can see in there. That's the functional borehole. About 135 meters was dug, where we have very heavy yield for this customer. In the course of pumping water for this new one, you can see we still have some of the waters hanging around. This is about to be fully installed, so installation is still ongoing. By the time this one is fully installed, the customer will be happy that he has made a good investment, and that the geologist will be happy that a second geologist has actually done a good job to site the borehole at this location. So you can see the cable installation, the pipes and so on, and all of the relevant installation to make sure that the customer is happy. You can see the cuttings over there. So that's the reason why for every borehole there must be proper site investigation. Look at the environmental factors to make sure that the work that is done is going to be sustainable, it's not going to negatively impact the environment and also negatively impact the borehole itself. Thank you so much for your attention. You can refer to a video on this channel to see the actual work done on this particular site when it was being dug last week. Thank you so much. Bye bye.